reviving the channel. Now you might be saying, what do you mean reviving the channel? There was no channel. You'd almost be right. There was one pilot episode. We actually did record about half a dozen episodes worth of content. We're about 2, 3, getting on for 4 fully edited and ready to go. And then the hard drive that everything was stored on decided to give up just after Nathan moved away to Poland, and I didn't have the means to create full-length content, and so it just sort of fell by the wayside. But I'm bringing it back, so here we are. Alright, so let's jump straight back into it. This is where I work. I'm sure you're going to see a lot more of this place. It's been a good few years since we recorded that other video. Nathan still in Poland, me still in the UK. Been skateboarding, I think I've made a little bit of progress. Not as much as you might hope I would have made in all those years, but that's what happens when you start skating, you know, late 20s, I'm now in my 30s. But I'm still learning and I'm still getting new tricks, and the progress is coming. Some days I'm good, some days I'm consistent, some days I'm like kickflip, land them all. Some days it takes me 25 tries, but some days my body is bang on it, some days I cannot land anything, and some days, you know, an impossible's going to work, and some days it's not going to work, but a 360 underflip's going to work, and most days a 360 shovel work, but some days it just doesn't feel right, and that's okay. I just do something else those days. 10 minutes after I leave work, I'm at the skate park. I can skate there for an hour or 2. Usually it's just not too busy when I get there. There's always a few people, but it's pretty chill. Try and skate basically every day. I do take a couple rest days every now and again, usually on a weekend. It's so much fun though to be skateboarding. So I should be going to Rivers later on today to have a little skate session, sort of show you where I'm at the moment, bit of a benchmark. So I'm going to show you my current setup. It's not going to stay like this for long actually. So this is what I'm riding at the moment. It's an 8.5 inch wide polar skateboard deck. I'm not 100% sure, but going off the top of my head, I think that is generator that makes the wood. But yes, an 8.5, which I skate because I'm quite a tall dude. I've got big long legs, I've got big old feet, high centre of gravity, whatever. It's comfortable for me, it doesn't feel big. It feels like a normal sized skateboard, whereas 8.25 is okay. Anything smaller than that feels like a stick to me. But that's preference. I know dudes that are 6 foot tall skate 775, better than me, so it's preference. So I've got polar deck at the moment, Spitfire Formula 4 wheels. These particular ones are Leo Baker Pro Model ones. They are sick as they are 51mm. I've got Bronson G3 bearings. I find they're actually really good at the price point. They're not super expensive, they're not the top premium bearings, but I've tried quite a lot of different bearings, and for the price these cost, they're great. I ride Venture trucks, which is not to everyone's taste, but it's what I used to ride when I was like 13 years old, when I skated briefly. I used to just ride about, and it feels comfortable, it feels like home. So I ride Venture trucks. I've got these cool Thrasher collab ones. They're pretty sick looking. Yellow base plates. I like the way they look when I flip my board. It does look super cool. It's a nice bit of wood. It's got these awesome funky wheel wells. They're really cool. I like that idea. I think more boards should have that. But it's not my personal preference of shape. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a very good deck. It's not worn out. It's just worn in really. But I've been skating it for the last 6 weeks, and it just does not suit me. I don't get on with the shape. Yeah, I can land some tricks, but I don't feel as comfortable and as confident as I want to on this board. So I've ordered a new one, and I'll let that be a little surprise. I'm going to put this away, carry on with my work, and I'll catch up with you in a little bit. That's a bit of work all done, so it's time to go get a bit of lunch. Our lunch was a success, so I'm going to practice a couple of kickflips before I carry on this afternoon's work. Kickflips, they were a success, so a little bit more work and then I'll catch up with you when I'm going home. Right, well, that's my day's work done. I'm going to head off now. I'm going to go to the skate park. We're going to do a bit of flat ground skating, see if I can't land a few tricks. I think today I'm going to try and get CASPER HEELFLIP, fakey 360 shove it and fakey 360 underflip. That's going to be my challenges for today. We'll see, will I get all three? Who knows? Who knows? Will I get all three? Will I get one? Will I even be able to do a shove it? Who knows? Let's find out. Nice. a good flat ground session. I enjoyed that a lot actually. If I don't skate for a couple of days, even if it is just for a weekend, getting back on the board's I'm always a little unsure if it's going to be a good day, if it's going to be a bad day, if I'm going to land everything, if I'm going to land nothing. But yeah, the 3 tricks that I was trying to get, I got. That was number 1, CASPER HEELFLIP. Number 2, which was the fakie 360 shove it. Now I'll be honest, I thought I would definitely land fakie 3 shove. I was 90% certain I would land the CASPER HEELFLIP, but the one I'm pleased to landed was number 3, fakie 360 underflip. That's not an easy trick, right? I have landed a tray flip. I can't generally do a tray flip. I can't do a fakie tray flip. Just doesn't happen for me. 360 underflip though, the board does the same rotation actually. It doesn't quite look the same. The reason it doesn't look the same is because the board is flipping a little bit later. You're kind of doing like a half a shove it, well about 3/4 of a shove it, and then the flip happens on the second shove it. So it's kind of like it does 180 and then it flips in the last bit, whereas with a traditional 360 flip, the flip tends to happen in the first part. So it happens across the first 180 or evenly across the whole 3 flip. Under flips, you're doing it differently. It's all with back foot, front foot's not doing anything. You could put it anywhere you want. You could throw it in front of you, you could kick out behind you, you could grab it with your left hand if you wanted to, if you can, but it's not going to make any difference. I don't know who else is out there doing that trick. DM me if you are. Hit me up if you're doing fakey CASPER heel flips, or even just good old-fashioned CASPER heel flips, and you're actually using both feet, getting that back foot underneath the board to kick it around. So that shows you where I'm at with my skateboarding. The kinds of tricks I've got on flat ground. I will be uploading more videos. I'm going to try and get onto a schedule over the next few weeks. If anyone's got any feedback, I'd love to hear it. I know I need a microphone. I'll be back later in the week. So spread the skate love, people. Have fun. And if you can, occasionally skate.